Welcome, African Diaspora family. My name is Shea Richburg, and today I'm going to need you to grab a seat because what I'm about to tell you is definitely not fiction, but it's going to knock your socks off. Imagine U.S. Marshals with guns drawn kicking in your door, and you're inside babysitting your grandkids, and you haven't done anything, and you've never even left your home. But a machine said, well, you did. And that machine put you in the cage for 6 months. And her name is Angela Lips.
50-year-old Angela Lips says she was babysitting in Elizabethton, Tennessee last July when armed federal agents showed up and arrested her. More than 1,000 miles away, the Fargo and West Fargo police departments have been investigating a string of bank fraud incidents where they say a suspect was using a fake military ID to withdraw thousands of dollars. And AI software known as Clearview AI was used to help crack the case, or so they thought.
Well, there you have it. That was Angela. And you saw what happened to her. She was innocent. She was literally just babysitting her grandchildren and was accused of a crime that she never committed. And what I find interesting about that story is we never even heard who actually committed that crime. The police actually went very hard on trying to convict this lady and had very little evidence other than a company called Clearview giving a description of a person who may have committed that crime. And it went from a AI description to this woman being in prison for 5 months. And my question to you is, how did this even happen? It's pretty crazy. So I want to show you how this happens. Let's take a look at this company.
This is what Clearview AI's database would look like to law enforcement, says founder Juan Tontat, if, for example, they were searching for me. Tontat says Clearview has 3 billion images in its database sourced from millions of websites and social media platforms.
Okay, diaspora family. So you saw the story about Miss Lips. You've seen about the company Clearview. So let's go over a little bit of what Clearview is doing. So they're basically scraping photos of people off the internet when they're looking for a crime suspect. And so back in the day, I remember watching movies and they would show police officers are looking through people who have already, been busted for some crime. And those are the photos that they're looking at if they're looking for a suspect. Now they're looking on Facebook, they're looking on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok for somebody who fits a description, which is really scary because, everybody to a certain extent can fit a description, but is that enough to arrest somebody? If I didn't show you this video, you'd probably say no. But I just showed you a video where that was enough to arrest this granny and she was sitting, in prison for months. And thank goodness that it was trackable that she was never in that state. And so I wanted to share this video with you guys because I want everyone to be aware that AI is growing. It's growing in different industries, it's growing within our banks, within our grocery stores, everywhere. LinkedIn, everything you do, there's facial recognition, the airport. But you have to understand that what facial recognition is being used for and how it can be incorrect and how it can really destroy someone's life. And so I want everybody to understand facial recognition is out there, but just know that you always have to be prepared for somebody to think your picture looks like a suspect. But as long as you are prepared to prove that you are who you are and you are where you were meant to be, you will always be fine. All right. Thanks, Diaspora family. It was great sharing this story with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.